Welcome back, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know you were starting right there.
Keep it in.
This is my first time.
It's his first time on the podcast. Welcome back, everyone.
This isn't Eric.
This is not Eric, in case you couldn't
Not
tell.
Eric.
He's got a little bit more facial hair than Rick.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Just a smidge. Eric usually
Couple
goes
hairs.
for the pirate beard, but this is Connor.
Weird.
This is Connor. He's the NBA specialist on the
Yes,
on the
he's
show
our
today.
NBA reporter.
Yeah. So listen, if you don't like the NBA, you're gonna have to just skip the whole last part of the show.
It's gonna last like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
But what do you guys want to start with?
Well, I mean, hey, it's the first time I think we've ever since our OG version
actually,
we've been
yeah.
in person. So
Yeah, if you want to see some real scuffed episodes, go onto our channel.
Go way back on our channel.
Go to the first or
Like the
second videos ever
2017,
posted.
2018 episodes. They're a little rough, but
Yep. Recorded in a similar situation to this, only we didn't have carpet, so it was even worse.
it was hardwood floor. No, it wasn't even hardwood. It was like linoleum.
It was like fake hardwood, yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah.
The budget's gone up since then. eh?
But-
Yes, we have carpet now.
We
Um,
exited college and got real jobs.
Indeed.
First up, let's talk about the Canadians first, because they've been
Canadians?
They've been kind of hot. I say hot because they're 2 wins in a row,
This is true.
3-2.
The 3-2. It's been a nice. What we had talked about last episode?
2 games?
The Leafs game had happened, and the because the Leafs game had happened, the Detroit game had happened, and it was Washington was going on as we had talked. And since the last episode, they have won 2 games, which is nice. It was a really, really, really fun game against Pittsburgh. They got a win in where Caulfield tied it with like not much left. It was like last minute, pull the goalie, 6-on-5, which they still cannot score on the power play to save their fucking lives. But for some reason, 6-on-5 is still fine. I don't know why when you go
That's
up from
weird, yeah.
5-on-4 to
It's more
6-on-5.
chaotic.
Maybe. But beautiful pass from Duran to Caulfield to tie it up. And then
I did see that.
And then a goal from Kirby Doc from Sean Monahan in the overtime.
Is that his first as a Hab?
That was his first as a Hab, the overtime
Yeah.
winner, which was also in the power play, but it was 4-on-3. So 4-on-3 is fine, 6-on-5 is fine. It's 5-on-4. They just can't figure out, I guess.
That's interestingly all the Lightning can score.
But then yes, they did have a pretty crazy fun game against Arizona after that, which it's Arizona. But we got another Caulfield goal. We got Gallagher just sniping a goal to start his season. Beautiful penalty shot goal from Nick Suzuki. And then the first NHL goal from Juraj Slafkovsky with a
I saw
nice
that, too.
wrist shot goal. So that was nothing but fun. It's still fun times in Habland. I know we said basically the same thing last week.
Who's the thug on the team?
Arbor Xhekaj, who just destroyed Zach Cassian in that Arizona game, which was a fun time. That whole Arizona game was a fun time.
Did you see that?
I did. I have no idea how to say it.
Xhekaj is
Zay
like
Jack.
it's the Xhekaj is like the very simplified version of it. So yeah, go with that.
It starts with an X.
It's XH.
It's the only player
Yeah,
ever.
I saw the name and I was like, I'm not even gonna fucking
It's
try this.
XHEKAJ. Xhekaj.
Oh,
It's like a Xhekaj.
Can you do the
Xhekaj?
There you go.
Arbor Xhekaj. He's a fucking beaut. Love him. It's fun times in Habland still. It's been nice.
Well, good.
It's still kind of along the same lines. I don't expect them to do a ton. They beat the shit out of Arizona, but it's Arizona.
Well,
Although it was really
Toronto
funny.
lost them.
It was the best. Like after Toronto loses 4-2 to them, like a couple nights later, the Habs just beat the shit out of them. Like,
As you should.
but yeah, no, I have no complaints. It's been a good time with the Habs so far.
All right. What about
your hockey team?
Don't you have like
The Seattle Kraken. It's their second year in the league.
They actually been
That's
doing
true.
okay though.
They're in a
Yeah,
flat
they've been
spot.
doing good. I like their jerseys a lot. I want to buy one. That's about all I know. Next topic?
Me, I guess.
You finally watched some.
I did. I watched.
What'd you watch?
I watched the Capitals game.
Did they win?
They did.
They smoked them.
Really?
So, like you, before we talked last time, they were 0-2 because they dropped the first game of the season,
Yeah.
and then they lost against the Leafs.
The Habs were 1-2 the last time we talked.
Since then, they played Boston, and Washington. They beat up on Washington. They beat up on Washington in the second game. the Boston game was also like a 7-5 or something like that.
Ottawa won though,
It was a
right?
high scoring game.
Yeah.
They won both. I was surprised in the Washington game, but granted, Washington was down like 4 forwards.
Oh wow.
So
Well,
it's like all they kind of had was Connor Sheary and TJ Oshie was there too. and
Sheary's
Ovechkin.
over in Washington.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
But they didn't have Kuzi. They don't have Nick Backstrom. They don't have what's his face, the big guy. Come on, Brady.
Wilson?
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah,
still
so
out.
he was out.
So they're missing
Anyway.
a few, but
2 of the 5 goals, were empty netters at the end. But still, I watched the third and I was like, man, they're just all over him. It's impressive. It's just like, man,
they're
They're
good.
currently
that third line. I watched that and I was like, I just want to watch the third line. 'Cause
Which one's that?
They have Shane Pinto, who's a younger guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good. They got your boy Matthew Joseph on it,
My boy.
and I think his name's Tyler Mott.
Oh yeah. He was one of
Oh.
the pickups this summer.
Yeah,
Shane Pinto got a goal with an assist from Tyler Mott today against Arizona. They're currently
That
up
third line.
2-1 in the second period.
he's
That third line.
he's been good. I think he's got 3 or 4 goals on the season right now.
Pick him up. Someone pick him up.
I have
that,
still
that
have
third line's
Stützle.
fun to watch. Even Sanderson's been a little shaky on the back end, at least when I was watching. But it's like you expect from a rookie,
Yeah.
basically. So
Brand new.
he's looking pretty good. But yeah, Forsberg's gonna have to carry the load for the next couple months. But they don't have any back-to-backs till December, so it's like
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
Plan.
You do the Vassy special.
So-
Vassy only doesn't play if it's back to back, basically.
I think other than maybe Norris, the offense has all been pretty
pretty solid.
clicking.
Well, I'll tell you this.
DeBrincat finally got his first goal, but it was an empty netter.
Yes, and I had him on the bench for it, which is upsetting.
Yeah, they look good.
Nice.
And you can't say I didn't watch, motherfuckers, because I did.
That's true. We cannot say that.
Have the receipt.
I feel like you've already watched
Ask
more.
Liz, I kept her up in bed.
already watched more than you did last year.
That's true.
So there we go.
More Ottawa games.
Good start, yeah. Well, I just feel like Ottawa's fun to watch this year. Like last year, they were just getting shit kicked the whole year. Now they got a bunch of new guys.
It was one of those things like
fast.
you, Ben. It's like, oh, I don't want to watch these guys. They're just going to get slaughtered every single night.
See, I've been pleasantly surprised. Like I think you should be thinking the same.
Oh, I am.
They're kind of like
now they're 2-2, so it's like,
Yeah.
okay, they're doing.
they're probably not
Record-wise, are
going
they
to
better than Tampa right now?
They're not going to be awesome, but like
Fucking everybody's better than Tampa right now.
That,
Jesus.
that is the weird thing. I mean, we're going to get to that in a sec. But yeah, it's been very nice for, I think, both of us where, like, yes, it's not going to be probably their year, but, like, they're very clearly making steps.
Right.
Yeah.
Looks good.
So
Promising.
sick of them.
All right,
We're
now-
coming for that top of the Atlantic.
What do you have to say about
spot.
them?
Yeah, let's hear about the Tampa Bay. Lightning.
Well, 1 second. There we go. I just wanted to get that picture brought
Yeah.
up. Man, I don't know, man. I think they're just starting slow. They got a new, basically half of their back end, or like
At least a third, because
Two-
Jan Ruda
yeah,
and
third of their back
McDonough are
end.
both gone. So
they lost. Yeah, so they're trying to get their defense figured out, and man, nobody's looked good other than Stamkos.
What are they doing
and even
right now?
and even
Like, what's their
Stamkos was just on the power play. I will say he's got like 7 goals through like
he's been
5
popping
games
the
or
hell
something,
off.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have drafted him again.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, they're only 2-3 right now. What the fuck?
2 and 3. Where are they? Yeah, they're second from the bottom of the conference.
Oh, no, that's not the bottom. That's 10th there. So
Yeah,
They're
but that's
ninth in
wild
the
card.
conference. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they're one spot above last in the conference.
That standing shit is weird
But-
now. I
but-
still don't like the
yeah.
way they display that. But
They'll pick it up. They looked decent against Florida. Actually, you know what? No, they didn't. They looked not.
didn't they win last night?
They did, but they didn't look good doing it.
That's true. They didn't.
But they did win against Florida, and they're supposedly they're going to be pretty good. I
Yeah, at
think
one
so.
point, didn't the Florida Panthers have like 26 shots on their 12?
Yeah, in the first period, it
we were
was
watching a little bit of
the
that.
first
Yeah,
period
it was a
ended
little
like
rough.
18-6 shots on goal, and it was
Yeah.
tied 1-1. And I was like, you guys are lucky you got Vassy back there. But at least Vasilevsky's on form. Can't say he's not doing
Go
his job.
figure, he always is.
Yeah. But no, I think they'll be all right. They just got to get into the swing of things. Although Sergachev,
He's not
you got to figure it out, man.
not living up to that extension he just got.
He's not earning his extension yet, but he better figure it out real quick.
I was saying earlier, it's kind of funny because like Drouin's actually had a good couple games, so
Yeah.
it's like only one of them can be good at once. I guess is how it works.
Yeah. Fucking $8 million. They'll figure it out, but hopefully they do it soon. Because you can't you can lose a bunch of games and still make it into the playoffs, but you don't want to get into the habit of going every other game. You got to get a streak of wins to get up towards the top there. But we'll see.
Who's been hot other than Stammer?
Vasilevsky.
Basically Stammer and Vassy.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no. I mean, Point got 2 goals last night, so maybe that'll kickstart him. I mean, Kucherov does his thing, but I'm getting annoyed with Kucherov too because he just doesn't look like he's trying out there. He's just skating around, and I know he's doing that's what he does, but it's I don't know, it's not working as well as it has in the past.
Fair enough.
He doesn't get lost as much in the pack now. They know where he is at all times, so I can't really surprise. But
So let's talk about another hot team, Buffalo.
yeah.
Have they? I see you
Buffalo
know better
looks-
because you
Buffalo
have
looks-
Danielle that you're watching the games with. I'm assuming.
Alex Tuck had a hattie last night.
I have more fun watching Buffalo than I do watching the Lightning right at this point. Dude, Buffalo looks good.
Yeah.
They look real good. They're fast. You saw the thing I sent to.
That was a nice power play goal
It was
against
just-
Calgary. Just the passing was beautiful.
No, they look. There's a lot of good chemistry. They look. Yeah, they look good. They're fast. They're young.
How's old Andy been? Craig Anderson.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant I was thinking Andrew Check.
No.
I was like, yeah, he's not playing. No, he's Andrew. He did. Craig Anderson. He
41.
played well. Yeah, he's old.
Wow.
He's still
I don't
hanging
know
in there.
how old is Eric Comrie because he's their other goalie.
Yeah, he played last night.
I think he's a bit younger, but not a lot.
He's not young though.
No, let me see. But yeah,
they probably have the oldest goalie tandem in the league, and I think it's been probably one of the better ones so far this season. It's been impressive, but it's
Eric
kind of
Comrie is 27.
oh wow, he's a lot younger than I thought. Actually, I thought he was at
This is
least
because
30.
he's somebody who's bounced around a lot, where there hasn't really been any solidified position he's been in with any team.
He's
kind
going to
of-
get some time this year in Buffalo.
That's
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
Because inevitably Anderson will go down with an injury.
You would expect it.
You would expect because he's
He always does. And
I have so many just nom flashbacks with him. The amount of times he
I just remember when he
stonewalled
broke
the
his neck
shit
in Ottawa against I think it was
out of the
against,
Habs, but
He broke his neck.
yeah, he was out for a while.
Really?
Yeah, back.
I don't remember that.
He was I remember being at that game. I think he played the Stars. He was
dang.
playing for Ottawa and they played the Stars and he broke his neck.
You got hurt.
I do not remember that. But yeah, no, I mean,
Fact checking.
I'm glad for him, I guess, to a degree. Yeah, sure, good he's good, but I still have so many bitter memories of him just fucking over the Habs. Fuck. But
I like it.
good for him for still kind of holding it down. And I mean, I'm glad Buffalo's kind of coming out of it because, a power to Danielle. I don't know how she stuck with him this long. What the?
She stopped paying attention.
I mean, I guess that's a degree of it, but still, power to any Buffalo fan who's stuck with them this long because holy shit.
No, yeah, it's been-
I hope they're on the upswing. I hope they're among the group. I mean, it seems like there's, I feel like over the next 3 to 4 years, you're going to see a downswing of Tampa, Boston,
Yeah.
Toronto down to Detroit, Buffalo, Montreal coming up kind of thing.
That was the last Ottawa game I was at.
Good memory.
Damn.
It was
Good memory.
2013.
Wow.
Last Ottawa game, wow, shit, 9 years ago.
Man.
God.
Oh, I've only ever been to one. It was a Bolts game, but it was
Yeah.
Jesus, man. I was 12 maybe. Maybe
Wasn't
10.
that when your parents?
They surprised us,
Yeah, they were saying, "Oh, it's our date night."
Yeah, they were saying that they were going on a date, but we were going.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was confusing the
So
whole
you went
time.
for a 3-hour ride up
Yeah.
to Ottawa?
Yeah, and we went to Canada. We're like, what are we doing?
That's when you knew
And then
something
they
was up.
explained it. I think an hour into the trip, we were like, we're going to a Lightning game, and then I just was hyped the whole
I
rest
mean,
of the
yeah.
trip.
He was pissing his pants.
It's fucking right. Yeah, and then we got there, and the tickets my dad had gotten didn't work.
Oh no!
So we had to buy
Wow.
last minute,
Shit.
top level
He
bleeding
got
tickets.
What?
He got fake out.
I don't know if they were fake tickets or they just didn't work. Either way, it was BS.
That's
That is BS.
Yeah. But I mean, we had 3 hours there, so we're not gonna.
You're not just
We're not
gonna turn
gonna
around
turn
and
around.
not go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Understandable.
But yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So from a hot team to a not so hot team,
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah, what the hell's that? They're supposed to make the
surprised.
playoffs,
I know.
man.
It's not Bruce. There it isn't.
They've just been choking.
It's I don't know how you do
I haven't really watched anything.
four multi-goal goal leads in a row blown, and then they lost a fifth game, but it was only 1 goal lead. So
They almost kept the streak.
they almost kept the streak going, but yeah,
Damn it, guys.
I don't know what's going on there. Like I expected a lot more out of them. I don't know. I really don't know. I
You
don't
finished
know.
it?
No. I'm
So you
saying the
can
name
count-
of it because I like it
you
a
count
lot.
that shit?
Actually, I might buy it.
It's down
Do you
east.
guys know that
classic,
Down East
but
makes? We're gonna make a detour here. Down East
Detour.
makes like a.
They make a bunch of different.
It's like a slushy.
They make a
Drink.
slushy?
Interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to find it, but it's like, you know, like the ices, like the ices.
Yeah, from like movie theaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Down East makes a drink like.
I feel like that would be really good.
That would be very good.
I'll have to find it.
But
Anyway.
Sponsored.
Yeah, let's go. Come on,
yeah,
Down East.
Down
What's
East.
up?
Hey,
I'm not even part of this podcast.
that's a local.
Sponsor
That's a
now.
local brewery right here.
It is
Yeah.
local, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in Plattsburgh. Anyway, Vancouver. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
There's about one good thing with Vancouver, and we'll get to that in a bit.
What is the one good thing?
The jersey.
Oh right, yeah. Oh, we will get to that.
I don't remember.
What other teams do you want to bring up though?
Well, the only two I had for cold teams were Vancouver and Tampa.
Yeah, I don't.
The other notable starts is Dallas, Vegas.
Dallas and Vegas, yeah.
They have been strong. Dallas, I mean, I expected them to be in it, but they have started strong.
They played really well.
I'm
They kinda-
surprised. I'm more surprised about Vegas.
I am too.
Really?
Like their
Yeah,
offense sure is
yeah.
going to be decent.
We all thought that they weren't
I
going
actually, yeah, I didn't have them
figured
making the
goalie-
playoffs.
I figured goalie play would cripple them.
Yeah,
Like, they're
but
going to
they've
give
been-
up 7-8 goals.
As somebody who's hanging on to Logan Thompson in fantasy, he's been very good. So
Yeah, they've been doing
he
their thing.
almost got stolen in a game against Calgary the other night. He had like 40 some odd saves to like 20 shots for Vegas, and he got them to like the last 2 minutes, and Calgary scored on them. And I was like, man, your guys couldn't have really helped you a little bit. I mean, it felt familiar, but yeah, Vegas. I don't know. I don't know if they'll hold that just because they don't
I
seem
don't
like they
think
have
so.
the guys.
No, I don't think so. Someone's gonna get hurt, and they're gonna have to, trade somebody away for no money and for nothing
Yeah,
back
because
to
they're
get
still kind of up there.
space.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, so they
I don't
might
think they're going to stay the 4-0-1 pace, but I might
make the playoffs.
I might admit, yeah, I might be wrong with the whole playoffs thing. It wouldn't shock me if they make it, just because it's still early. But like
and also the West
strong.
kind of sucks
The West does kind of blow, yeah.
comparatively, which is another reason that I think Tampa's started slow is because they got because they're playing fucking Philly.
How did they lose?
Who's
to Philly
apparently
is what
good.
I want to know.
Sergachev coughed up a puck in his own slot.
Sergachev.
Yeah.
Sergachev.
That bastard.
That was his second pairing now? First
Trade
pairing?
him. He's in the second pairing. It's him and Chernak.
Anyway,
What about Dallas though?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention. I'm sure if Brian was here, he'd have a
Come
lot to
on,
say.
you're like guest
Want me to call him
Dallas
up?
reporter.
Call him up.
He
No.
told me about some like second-year guy who's been really good. I don't know.
I know Mason Marchman has fit in since
Mason
he
Marchman's
came
been
over
really
from
good.
Florida, which is big for them. I was watching their game against Toronto the other night, where, Toronto.
They suck.
The thing that is an issue for them was I was watching them. Their power play looked about as good as the Habs power play. I saw the same things. I was like, you're just passing around the perimeter for 2 minutes.
Oh my God, that's what the Lightning do too.
I was like, you're not doing anything. And I could not. I've never seen anybody fight the puck more than Matthews and Marner were that game. Like they were, just
They're off to a cold
overthinking the
start.
hell out of it, which is a problem because I based most of my fantasy strategy on taking.
I don't think it's that big of a problem. You're in second.
I am in second at the moment, but just them. I was really banking on them. Hopefully they get together to a degree, but like shit.
I'm sure they will.
I will say
Absolutely not.
Toronto was out shooting Dallas like
Again, we're talking through the first week and a half of the season.
yeah, that's 2
30 something
weeks-ish.
to like 20 before Dallas and Toronto went to overtime, and then Jamie Benn came in and got like absolutely stripped on a defensive play by Nick Robertson. And they went back up the ice, and Matthews fed Robertson for the overtime winner. I saw the other night. But still, Dallas has had a very strong start.
Brian says Otter's been.
He's been
Like
what he
playoff
was, yeah.
Which is good. I mean, it's fun to see a strong goalie like that, especially just as somebody who's familiar with goalies.
He's probably
carrying
thinking,
their
"Fuck, I wish I would have got more money."
lesser offense. Yeah, I mean, hey, his next deal will probably be pretty.
It'll be Vassy
It's
level.
It'll probably be pretty nice.
Or actually, with the cap going up, it'll probably be Bob level.
It'll be real nice, yeah. Especially if he keeps this play up. But I don't know. I like Dallas through the first few games.
I like that I put them at third.
You
in
did
the-
put
in
them
the
at
Central.
third. That's true. Yeah, I had them as a wild card.
You had them at second, I think.
There we go. I think you're at Vegas or Vancouver up first.
Did you? Oh no.
You had Vancouver at the top.
I don't know. Play it back.
I hope
can't
not. Well, you can check.
You can check
Yeah.
on our channel. All right. Well, do you guys want to get into this? Just recently released.
I want to get his thought. Connor's
We're
thoughts
gonna
on
get
these
Connor's
things.
thoughts. We talked about it a
retro.
little bit last
Yeah, I'm
night.
gonna have to look at them and inspect.
The
We
reverse
have.
retro.
We're gonna go for our
Will you
top three.
Will
out
you
of
share
these.
that to me?
The reverse
to
retro
my Twitter
2.0
Is it recent?
Yes.
or
Just go to my
2022,
media.
if that's what you prefer. Released, and there's some gems and there's some stinkers. And we're not gonna go over. Well, you know what? I'll mention the stinkers now. Detroit and Ottawa, Detroit and Chicago.
Yeah, they suck.
Real bad.
Those are
I
bad.
have a soft spot
Yeah,
for
Chicago's
Detroit.
terrible.
I'm also not
It's
a
like
fan of Calgary's.
It's like
That-
they
that might just be-
collaborated on their jerseys.
Go
It's
to
like,
wait. Go to media.
What I
Chicago, they
said,
just added stripes. To me,
and the text is different too. It's
is that?
I kind of like. So, granted, I like the logo in the Nashville one.
Oh, you like the
Man.
3D Sabretooth?
I was like, man, do something with the freaking color.
Make it. I would
Well,
think
they
they should-
definitely improved in the color because the last time around it was a really gross mustardy yellow. It wasn't good.
I think they should have done this logo, but on like the dark blue.
Yeah, that was
the
a
navy blue.
really big thing that I was seeing on like Nashville Twitter. They wanted a navy jersey, and they just didn't get it. They just got their normal gold. It's still not the worst to me though. It's like it's fine. It's a and even with the Habs one, which I did buy one. I bought a Nick
You
Suzuki.
shout out to. I
Um,
gotta scream about something.
which
You
I
hold
think
something back.
I'll like do the lead into that was it was priced as $334 Canadian with tax, but then when I bought it and it sent through, it was $240 American, which the Canadian dollar must be fucking tanking right now. Like what the fuck?
That's a big difference.
You might as well wipe your ass with it.
Yeah, like, I saw the charge come through.
Plastic is not gonna work.
I saw it come through.
Exactly. You can rinse it off.
I-
Just keep
it's-
you
there you
use
go.
it
It's
again.
toy money.
But I saw it come through as 240. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, I bought a Nick Suzuki, one of those. But like, I'm still disappointed. I liked the color blue they chose, but like, I liked so many of the different mock-ups more than the one they did because it's literally just the home jersey, but replaced the red with blue.
Yeah.
It looks nice, but I don't know.
They could have done more.
They definitely could have done more.
So Ben got that Suzuki, all Adidas, stitched, number, letter. He's got his captain C on it.
Whole deal.
243
American.
I go on to the Lightning site,
Oh boy.
and it
Yeah,
is
listen to
$299 for a player stitched jersey.
Yeah, I don't
It
know
is
what
like
happened there.
$50 more.
My thought process was like,
Championship team.
well, it was
yeah, but
also
yeah.
it was also if you look at the Tampa one, it's got like the sublimated like raindrops.
more
It's
going
got like the waves going on. It's got the stitched on like lightning bolts down the side. The Habs one, production wise, you literally just have to take their home jersey and say, okay, instead of red, you do baby blue.
If
Like
you
production wise, is probably a lot easier to make.
if you look at pure production, like
Yeah.
it's easier to make, but it
But
still is not usually how it goes.
because it's not usually because usually NHL stuff is uniformly
Yeah.
like priced out across the
Looks
board.
like you're buying it from Fanatics.
Yep, I was
Yeah.
gonna do that anyway.
But you said you couldn't find a Fanatics version.
There's no Fanatics yet. I think when they fully do the full
Yeah,
release,
on the
I think
15th.
it'll come out.
Because like on the
Fanatics.
Habs website, they were allowing you to pre-order Fanatics versions, but I guess the Tampa one wasn't. But
Fuck us, I guess.
Tricolor Sports.
All right.
Best.
But
So back to the jerseys.
so we're gonna go through all our top
So I
three.
was
Even
gonna say
you,
we,
Connor.
we touched on
Choose
the
your
I
top
got
three.
we touched on the
Just look at
stinkers.
these, figure out what
Yeah,
your top
we
three
did touch on the
are.
stinkers.
I'm
we
not gonna
wanna-
know the names of it.
Do we want to go with
Point them out, and
Connor's
then I'll
first,
tell
or do
you.
we want
That's-
to wait and just get?
No, have us go first, so
Yeah,
you can
'cause
have
you
some
guys are gonna
time
be a
to
lot
look.
quicker.
Yeah.
All right, so I can go
Go for
quick.
it.
I think you guys already know my favorite one is definitely the Rangers one, Lady Liberty, just with the
Same
new
as last
colors.
time, I think.
I don't know. There's something about
I like that one.
It's a
too.
sick jersey.
Gets me going.
I don't
No.
deny that it's
Oh,
a
dear.
nice. I don't deny that it's a nice jersey. It just bothers me that they literally took the same jersey. I mean, same with the Habs, which
Kinda
I
like
already,
the
had,
Canadians.
I already had my own problem with that, which I said. But with the Rangers, they literally took the same one, and we're just like, we're gonna do a different blue.
Okay, but wait. Okay,
Different
so
color scheme.
before you go on, Nick, what about the Coyotes?
I like
Because
it.
they did the same thing
I like.
and just changed.
I like
They
the
changed the
Kachina.
background from.
They got the
purple to-
Kachina head on it. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'm not a big fan of the Coyotes.
No, you
I'm
don't?
not gonna. I know everybody here kind of likes it quite a bit. I'm not a huge fan. I don't think it's terrible.
I think it's a cool color.
You like the burnt sienna,
Yeah,
like Crayola crayon?
it's just different. It's something different. So the Rangers is my number one. I gotta go Ducks on my number two
That's fair.
Not a bad
because
choice.
That's fair.
that logo's again.
Anything with that logo on it
OG.
is fantastic.
And I'm gonna give Eric a shout out on this one for my number three and take the Fishermen
Hey,
for
there
the
you
Islanders.
go. Oh.
But it's a close third for the
Oh, okay, I
Stars
know that one.
and the Wild. I wish the Wild went with the North Star colors on that. jersey.
I do like them.
I wish they would have just put the goddamn North Stars logo on it. Like, just do it.
Well, but it's. I
know
think
it's
it
not the
comes,
same team.
I think it comes down to that it's probably still copyright owned by like the Dallas.
By the
There's
Stars,
probably some
yeah.
Or the Stars. Stars. Use the logo.
No,
Somebody
yeah, they
use it.
could do that.
Somebody
They
please
could,
use it.
yeah. They could,
Please!
honestly, they could take the North Stars and then put it into their current colors.
Or the neon
That'd
black
be
and
nice.
black and green one.
You think that with the North
There's some
Stars?
options there, but yeah.
But
I think they should inverse that so that it's all neon green with black accents.
I think the Edmonton one's kind of
No.
cool. I also like the Kings one.
I'd say no.
But I would say my 1, 2, 3 is Rangers, Ducks, Islanders, and then notables to the Stars, Wild, and Kings.
All right. Nice and concise. Now, real quick, the Oilers one. Does that look, when you take a look at that, when I say the word egg, does that
Hard-boiled
It looks like
egg,
a sunny
bro.
side up.
A little bit, yeah.
Sunny side up is kind of like pulled a little bit.
That is the first
When I-
thing
when I
Danielle said.
quick
She was like, it
looked
looks
at
like
it-
an egg.
When I
It's
quick
got
looked
that-
at it, I thought it was more like a meteor for some reason.
Yeah. Well, it does look
'Cause
like
it's
a
got like
meteor
the
coming
tail off the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the flames in the front. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see with that. I can see that.
It's kind of cool.
All right,
There are
Benny,
some
do you want to
cool
go or
ones
do you want me to go?
Oh,
Benny, you're up.
I'll give her a go here. Let me see. So, unequivocally, Florida's goes at the top. I love that Florida jersey so much.
That's a nice.
I'm jealous that they have the best baby blue. This one.
It's definitely got a good
Oh, that's the
color palette.
Florida.
Yeah. That's my favorite. What's next? What is next?
I think you know.
Next, I don't have. That's weird. I'm looking at my tier list. I'm still gonna go with an A one instead of my S ones. My next is gonna be the Vancouver one.
Oh, dang.
That's my number 2.
I love how Philly does nothing.
Just because
Dude, I was
it's
literally thinking that in my head earlier.
and so many like homages to like some of the jerseys, but then I don't think they've ever really done anything with just the Johnny Canuck logo, and I just something about it. I really like the Vancouver jersey. So that's my number 2.
Number 3.
What is my number 3? What is my number 3?
I don't know. What is your number 3?
I know you want me to say Tampa's, and I really do like Tampa's.
No, I don't want you to say anything. I do. I want you to say your answer so I can go.
I've already got my top 3.
Fair
too,
enough.
actually.
You know what? No, I am going to say Tampa just for the meme of it all, because I have always just had a soft spot in my heart for just the pure insanity that was their old rain jersey, and I'm so fucking glad they brought it back. It's by all means it is ugly, sure, but I don't care. Because I often do like that in jerseys when they're just like, we're going to make this as balls to the walls as possible, and who cares? So yeah, no, I'll go with Tampa as my 3rd.
Booyah.
There you go, Connor.
I'm going with Tampa as my first,
Surprising.
which, yeah, it's Homer pick, but also I've wanted this jersey
Minus.
forever, and now I'm getting an alternate version of it. that I can actually get for less than.
I love how the guy from the morning
$1
skate
billion.
just shit on it.
That's
I didn't
horseshit,
understand
man.
that.
That's horseshit.
Jimmy was like, nope.
I feel like they were judging it wrong because they were judging it on like appearance only, and I'm like,
You've got to listen. There's
there's
history.
nuances to it.
Yeah. So yeah, my first is the Bolts. My second. Oh man, you know what I think I want to put second, guys?
What do you
Yeah,
have for
but
second?
I think I'm gonna put the Caps Screaming Eagle.
That's fair.
That's a beauty.
That would be in my top 5 if we were doing top 5, but we wanted to trim time.
That is a beauty.
The Caps one is great, and I was wrong the other day when I was talking about it. I was thinking it was like one they had entirely done for. They didn't do the Screaming Eagle on black before. They had their Capitol building on black
Yep.
before. So it was the first
The
time.
Screaming Eagle was on
black.
white.
It was on white and blue,
Yeah,
and so I
I
wish-
like it. I think it's real nice.
Yeah, I do like it. That would definitely make my top 5. I will say.
And my number 3. This is tough. Yeah, my number 3, I'm gonna say the Fisherman. I like the Fisherman as well. I'm gonna
glad
copy
they-
Nick.
I'm glad they brought that back.
Finally, they were clamoring for it last year, and they finally bring it out this year.
Do you guys think that the Penguins didn't really do anything? Because I've seen that jersey before.
Yeah,
So if I have it in my memory,
a
it's like
it's a mix.
It actually is a mix because they haven't done that. They've done that jersey in white before. They haven't done that in black before.
the Flyers one's just like,
the same.
come on. You just
Yeah.
Flyers-
you basically just slapped your logo on a white jersey.
Did they even try at that
With
point?
color
Like,
scheme.
They switched up the arm.
But it is cool. They're
Design,
gonna,
that's about it.
they're gonna do the Cooperalls for warm ups,
That
which
is cool.
Okay, I did see that too.
They're all gonna. It's gonna look like the whole, like 30 coaches out there.
Yeah.
That's their saving grace.
See,
is
the
not
real
that.
the real thing that would have got me though is if they were like, we're gonna do it for the games too, and I'd be like, all right, fuck you, I'm gonna give you.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah. If they had said, oh yeah, we're gonna wear them, but like I also don't blame them because I don't know what that would feel like. I don't know, like, I feel like that would feel weird. But
Yeah. And you wouldn't have the pants protection,
this is true.
which is you need that. All right, Con Man, what do you got
All right.
for us?
For my number 1 spot.
You just tell me which one, I'll tell you who it is.
Who's that first one?
That first one's
Oh, that's the Bruins.
That's the Bruins. They got the bear.
Bruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a Bruin.
My number 1 is the Bruins.
I mean, that is.
I think
classic.
it's a good bear
That is a cool
logo.
logo. I wish they would have done Winnie the Pooh.
Actual Winnie
I think
Pooh
I
with
saw
his
that
head,
on Twitter this
with
morning.
his head in a honey.
The original version of that is yellow instead of white. So
Oh,
they
like-
took a
oh,
twist
okay.
on that.
It looks better on the white.
I honestly think
Yeah,
it looks better on the
I
white.
could see it looking better on white.
Yeah.
My number 2. This might be a surprise, but it's the San Jose Sharks.
No way, that one's sweet.
I do
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that one.
A lot of
I am
people-
tempted
but-
to buy that one.
And you know, it's not so much of the design's pretty just plain,
The colors.
but it's the colorway.
The
The
color.
colorway is phenomenal.
the-
It looks like the Flint Tropics,
Oh my god, it does.
doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
The way that the font is on the Sharks.
It's that same teal.
I have wanted a Golden Seals jersey for a long time, and I might just get a Sharks one just because that looks really nice and it's easier to find.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to find.
Yeah.
And then number 3, I think, would probably be the Rangers.
Nice.
And that's
That Rangers
my
jersey
dad's a
is
big
nice.
Rangers fan, and they had something similar to that. You guys said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that and thinking to myself, "That's a good looking jersey,"
Yeah.
and I like it even more with how it is
With,
now.
like,
Yeah,
the
they,
pretty colors.
they brightened up
Yeah.
the blue. The old blue is darker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that lighter
I kind
blue.
of like. God, there's not.
And I like the
No,
Statue
what?
of Liberty.
I love it.
I like
Spit it out.
I love the design of the head with the spikes. I don't know why, but I just
Once
like-
again,
I don't know. It's weird.
I'll buy
It's like
another.
that.
I'll buy another.
You already
Rangers jersey
have
before I
one
get
of
another
those.
Ottawa one.
I bought you both of those jerseys.
I know.
You fuck.
Make better jerseys.
Or did you help me buy that Ottawa one? You might have helped me buy that. Or did I? Did you?
I think we might have
Yeah,
all
I think-
chipped in for
yeah.
that. Yeah. So you had Sharks at second, Rangers at third, and
And
who was
first
the
was
Bruins.
Bruins.
The Bruins. Yep.
That's fair. I do
That's-
like the
that's-
Pooh. I
yeah.
like the Pooh Bear jersey. It's a fun time.
Those are good. So yeah, let us know. Let us know in the comments down below. What are your top 3 or top 5, or you can even leave a link to a tier list if you want to go and
Really getting.
do a whole
If
tier
you're really
list.
feeling real ballsy.
Yeah. Really, if you're bored.
Check out my Twitter for my tier list.
Yeah.
The link for the
Ben
tier list is in the description.
WTSN4.
Make it more work
Son
for
of a
you.
bitch. All right, and now I believe this has brought us to that time of the podcast where we're kicking it to Connor.
Which we can make this a we can make this a regular section if you want to.
We'll see. We'll see. Let me see how I do on my first time.
Yeah, I'll spotlight on you, bud.
Any non-NBA watchers?
We have Connor's corner.
Close the tab. Close the tab.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the hockey portion of this podcast, we're moving on.
Danielle, exit out.
Yeah, I know you're watching, Danielle.
Exit stage left because
and you
you're
were
not
talking a lot of shit about
this.
the NBA last night. So, for those who don't know, which is going to be all of you, I'm a Knicks fan. And so I figured I'll talk about that because I know them the most. So, the Knicks haven't won a championship or they haven't been good.
Since
the mellow stat and
Not even since then. I mean, they had that one good year. That's it. They only had a positive record that one year.
The Ewing days? Is that what you're thinking?
That's the
back when
last.
they had
That's like late 90s.
What was it? Starks
No,
and
they
Patrick
won
Ewing?
I think it was 98-99. They were an 8th seed. It was pretty much a Cinderella story, and they made it all the way. But so yeah, they were good for the 2012-2013 season. Then they were good 2 seasons ago.
Great when
When
they
it
had
was
what was his face?
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Yep.
And then he
RJ
just
Barrett.
decided to not show up at all in the playoffs.
Yes. Yep.
I remember that.
Nobody did. And so yeah, so
So
this,
how much of that team has turned over since then? Do they even have either of that? Julius
they
Randle played for
still
the
have
Lakers,
Julius
right?
Randle.
Oh.
He played for the Lakers as a rookie. The newest additions they had was Jalen Brunson, who is a point guard, and they haven't had an official real good point guard since I don't even know how long. It's been a long time. And I saw an interview earlier today on Twitter that they've only played 2 games, but he's had, I think it was like 15 or 16 assists with 0 turnovers in the first 2 games. So the offense is definitely going a lot smoothly, and but with the Knicks, they have so many. It's a very young team, and they have a lot of young, promising players. So it's hard to distribute minutes to all of them.
Right.
So it's like, one guy could have a really good game, and then next thing they give him a bunch of minutes, and he's not doing so good.
Right.
So then they have to go to another young guy, and he might have a really good game, and then it'll just be a cycle all over and over again.
So they're gonna have to figure out the balance on
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So somebody's gonna have to play their
Somebody's
way.
gonna have to sit out.
Or someone will have to play their way into
Which, I mean, it's kind of a bad thing, and it's kind of a good thing at the time, because you also have somebody who can step in when somebody's not.
And you have
But-
competition.
depth.
Right.
Depth is a good thing.
Depth, yeah, they definitely.
Always a good thing.
They probably have one of the best benches with Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly.
He's off the bench.
Yeah.
D Rose, baby. He's still kicking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who else is it?
Resurgence of D Rose. Let's go.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin, which means he's just athletic as hell.
Oh, that's Diet Coke. I thought that was Coors the whole time.
I know, I thought that too earlier. But yeah, not a whole lot's going on with them, but around the league, there's quite a bit going on with, the Warriors with Draymond Green punching one of his teammates.
Yeah, tell me about that, because I
So,
didn't even hear about that.
TMZ leaked the footage about a day or 2 later. And it was during a practice, and I guess they were just talking shit to each other.
They're John.
Pretty much, yeah. And
That's not what people do.
right.
Right.
And so Jordan Poole said something to Draymond Green, and Draymond Green, who's kind of been known as like a dirty player and just always has attitude, gets a lot of technicals. He said something he didn't like, and he swung at him. I don't remember in the video if he actually like landed the punch, but he swung at him, and they were trying to break it up and everything, and
That's a big dude.
there's been no repercussions for it. The Warriors said they're looking into it to see what happens, but there's been no suspensions, no fines. I don't think so. Not yet, at least. But, so there's that going around the league. Then there's
Not gonna lie, I did find it kind of funny when I saw all that and like everybody was freaking the hell out. I'm like, Robert Sanford fought somebody on the Blues, and they won a cup like 3 months later.
Yeah.
It's like the littlest thing in hockey.
Well, that's the thing.
Because like Subban definitely fought somebody in the Habs like one year, and they're like, but that's also hockey. There's
Mhm.
Yeah,
fighting's
it's
a
a lot
lot more.
Yeah,
of
it's a lot
part
more
of it.
common.
Yeah.
But and it's the Warriors, so I'm not worried. They still have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, who's been doing really good since playoffs last year. Andrew Wiggins went off last year during the playoffs.
So who are you watching as the big teams this year?
Yeah.
Who's going to be taking
Actually,
over?
before you get into that, I want to know what your thoughts are on the Lakers. What's going on with the Lakers?
Lakers, they're
Lakerland.
I just don't
They
see.
still got the team from what 2013.
I don't see.
2013.
No, I mean like the guys who were good back in 2013.
Oh.
'Cause they still have what? They still got
The Brow?
Anthony Davis. They still have.
Oh yeah,
LeBron,
they still have. But it's so funny. They have Anthony Davis, LeBron, Russell Westbrook, and it's like with all those players.
Dang man,
How can
2K13.
How can you be so bad?
Right.
Like
Because they
Westbrook.
don't have anybody on the
It's
bench.
not 2K13.
I like Westbrook, but he just. I don't know what happened to him. Honestly,
I remember
Like,
when he a couple seasons ago had 5 triple doubles or
that's the thing, and he
insane number.
and a lot of people were actually criticizing because they're saying he's stat padding.
Yeah, but it's wait, but if you're getting points for your team anyway.
Right, but some people say for rebounds he'd miss on purpose and try to get the rebound. That's I don't know if that's true, but
That's
that's just
fucking
what
funny.
people were saying.
That's funny.
But so yeah, he's completely
Imagine that.
he does not have a good jumper. He cannot hit a jump shot. He has quite a bit of turnovers. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy.
LeBron's.
What's hard when you're big?
LeBron's still good, but
I feel like it's
It's
hard
not-
to stay healthy when you're big.
when you're that big, when you're 7 foot and
yeah,
you're
you're just because that's just so much body.
Bigs have always had hard.
him, Porzingis, anybody over 7 foot
Yeah.
always had injury
Remember
issues.
Yao Ming barely played.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be great.
That big
then.
bastard.
It's so weird to hear about there's been one 7-foot NHL player in our
Zdeno, and that was 7 foot
on skates.
Yeah.
It's so weird to hear about that. It's like, oh yeah.
The only player who's really been insanely good over 7 foot, I think, is probably Shaq.
Yeah.
And that was
Never
just
really
'cause
had
he was,
big injury
That's because he was also 300 pounds.
Right.
So who's fucking standing in front
Plus,
of him?
back when
Yeah.
Shaq played, it was a different ball game.
Yeah.
He just sat down in the post and just
Yeah.
jammed on everybody all game long. It's
Now
not like,
the big men
it's
are
not like
shooting
you have
threes, yeah.
exactly right. You got guys like Giannis sitting out behind the 3-point line.
Well, Giannis can't shoot
I know
shit.
he can't shoot for shit, but
What about Jokic?
Guys like him.
Jokic?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Jokic can shoot.
I was really
Karl
hoping
Anthony
he was
Towns.
gonna meme. Who is it? Slovenia. Who does he play for? In the
Where's he from,
Yeah, where's
you're
he
saying? Oh,
Whoever it was, I was hoping he was
Oh,
gonna meme them into a medal round game. He almost did.
That would be
He
cool.
almost did, from what I remember when I was watching the Summer Olympics, and I was like, "Fucking do it! Why not?"
Do it.
yeah, I can't remember where he's from. But
back to the question that Ben asked. What's your thoughts? Or
Who's
who-
the big guys?
yeah,
who's gonna be throwing?
Who's our? They're,
I could see the Bucks because Giannis is just insane. He's just too athletic, too long. He's hard to stop. I could see the Clippers.
Really?
Clippers, yes, because they last year Kawhi Leonard was injured all season, but
Oh.
he's back now. Lakers maybe if they figure shit out, they trade some players. They need shooters really bad. They don't have a lot of good shooters. I could see the 76ers maybe with Harden and Embiid, and then
the league's really changed since I watched.
yeah, I
it
bet
last.
yeah.
That kind of turnover doesn't happen in the NHL.
Right.
It's very
Right,
different.
yeah.
You
It's
see
like-
guys stay around for 8 to 10 years.
Because when I think of
The biggest thing in the NHL was Tavares going from the Islanders to the Leafs.
when I think about the
When that
Clippers, I think about when
Oh, you mean
Blake
like-
Griffin.
You think
and
about Blake
DeAndre
Griffin,
Jordan.
Chris Paul,
Right. It's a
Yeah.
different team and
Lob City, yep.
yeah, and back when I remember the Nets, I remember of
Joe Johnson,
Joe Johnson and Damian Williams and
Darren Williams.
Darren, yep.
Yep.
Darren Williams and who's the other guy? They had another big guy.
Brooke Lopez.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, with the
but now
hair.
it's the whole team doesn't half those guys retired and the team
The
doesn't. even
Lakers
exist.
haven't been the same since Pau saw.
Wow, they really have.
yeah.
I have a soft spot for
but-
Pau.
I can see the Cavs in the East. There was
Think so?
because they traded for Donovan Mitchell this year, who the Knicks actually were in a
Donovan
lot
played
of.
for the Suns, right?
What's that?
He played for the Suns, right?
The Sun. I could see the Suns definitely making a run for it too. They were just in the finals a year or
Couple
two
years
ago.
ago,
They
yeah.
got
It was recent, yeah.
Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, who they didn't sign him to extension, which is weird because he's a hell of a player. So I don't know if he's going to be there for much longer. But yeah, that's how they got. They got little people like Michael Bridges is a good 3D. But I can see the Cavs being a sleeper team with Donovan Mitchell in their second or third year. Evan Mobley.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
So, because we did our playoff picks last week where we were like, or was it 2 weeks ago, whenever. We were picking away too early. Who's your, like, one team? Who's the
one team that I think is really going to make it?
Yeah. Pick your, like, top.
NBA is hard to judge from like back when I was
because like the Jazz right now.
Like, there's got to be. Is there a overhyped team right now? Like everybody's like, oh, this team's
right, and it's like ridiculously early because the Jazz have no superstars. Their best player is probably, off the top of my head, I can think of is probably Colin Sexton, who's not even like that insanely good.
Yes, I know that name.
You don't know that name?
Definitely,
Mr. Sexton.
Oh, and the Cavs have Darius Garland too. I forgot about that. He's wicked good. But the Jazz, they're 2-0 right now. But it's only 2.
Oh, you're only a couple games in.
Yeah, so it's really hard to tell.
And that's a long season.
If I had to guess which team is really gonna make it, I'd either say
The Knicks.
no. I'll be realistic here.
Ben would say the Canadians. We asked them.
I'm gonna say either.
This year.
I might say the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
I know they've won so many friggin' times. Or the Nets. If KD and Kyrie get their shit together,
KD?
They're still there.
they're still there. KD, they both requested for a trade out of
Yeah, I remember that.
The Nets, and
they said no.
but they're still there. Kyrie's, demanded a trade, and then he signed an extension. He's like, I'm here to stay, blah, blah, blah. KD, no team could trade him. Rudy Gobert from the Jazz got traded to the Timberwolves for way too much. The Timberwolves gave him way too much for Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert of COVID-19 fame.
I remember that.
Yes, yep. And
Touched all the mics.
Yeah.
Then tested positive for COVID like a couple hours later.
Ever since he cried for losing out and being an all-star, I've never liked him. But, so now, like, that was the problem with Donovan Mitchell is, like, ever since that Rudy Gobert trade, like, he's not that good of a player, but they gave so much. So the players who are better than Rudy Gobert, they're asking for so much.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And and that's why KD never got traded, because everybody was just, the Nets were asking for way too much for KD. So he just stayed. So he didn't really make like a public statement saying, I'm here to stay or whatever, like Kyrie did.
Because he's not gonna stay.
Yeah, I think that's my opinion, which is weird because Kyrie's more like, he's more unhinged.
Yeah, he's a bit more of a
Like,
wild card.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, I think he's there for now. I don't know how much longer of his contract he'll play there, but I could see them making a run for it. And Ben Simmons, if Ben Simmons can learn how to shoot a jumper, that team would be unstoppable. I'm not even kidding. Like, that team would be nuts. But he's only a good defender, playmaker, /
Explain to me, like, because I asked somebody who's a basketball fan, I know what this was, how can a professional basketball player at that level not know how to shoot much?
And it's funny because you'll see them in warm-ups and they'll hit it no problem.
It's different. It's different when you're in the game.
It's completely different when it's in the game and you're being guarded by somebody and it's
you don't always get to shoot from a standstill,
right.
like with your perfect form. Sometimes you got to move.
It's also just like a different feeling, right? Like
it's the pressure.
I know you played. I played when I was younger. It's like
shooting on
when
a
you get into a
game
game
isn't quite the same as.
And it's just like playing any sport. You get into a game. It's like versus warming up or playing practice is like a different adrenaline feeling. At least for me. But like for a professional, you think, okay, God, he's been playing his whole life.
Yeah, like
he's been playing
you think to make it to that level, you maybe be able to like
okay, I don't have my adrenaline pumping. Yeah. Like I can just play normal, right?
And the thing is, it's the shittiest player in the NBA. You gotta think it's still a hell of a player.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the day,
it's just like we say about some of these.
Or like John Scott could
Cody
probably dangle around us. Like it's.
You guys remember how I said Cody Cece's garbage? He's still a professional hockey player.
Yeah, if you're a professional, you're good at it.
He's got to be good.
Yeah, he's
When
in
do
the
you
top
think he sucks?
Well, he's in the top like 1% of players in the world.
That's whenever I see people be like, "Oh, you're just an
Right.
AHLer." I'm like, "Oh, you're just in the second best hockey
There you go.
league
Now you're in the
world."
top 5%
Yeah,
of
like
the world. It's like
it's like okay, shit, whatever. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see what's going on with the Celtics because their head coach.
and they just came out of the finals, right?
Wow.
Oh yeah, they made the finals.
Finals or
against-
semifinals?
No,
I
I'm
think it
pretty
was
sure they
finals.
made the finals
Pretty sure
against
they were-
Yeah, I think it
Golden
was
State,
finals.
because I remember putting those stories in the newspaper.
Yeah,
Nice.
so they just came off the finals, but their head coach has been suspended for the season.
Who's their head coach now?
His name is it's like Ime Udoka or something like that. I believe.
Wasn't he having like a? Didn't he
slept
do
with an
something with his?
employee,
Yeah.
right?
He had an affair, I guess he was married. He had
He's
an
married,
affair with somebody who also worked in the organization.
What happened to the other guy?
Brad Stevens?
Yeah.
He accepted another coaching job somewhere, I believe, if I remember
Man,
correctly.
again, things I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, that's when
Well,
I
you don't
think,
pay attention.
listen,
That was
when,
only
when
like
I
2-3
think of the
years ago.
Celtics, I think of Ray Allen and Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce,
and
Kevin
KG,
Garnett.
and then a little bit
Rondo.
A little later, they got Gordon Hayward for a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was Gordon Hayward, Kemba Walker.
I think of Larry Bird.
You're going way back.
You're way back to the.
No, but-
I remember I played. It was EA's NBA game for 04 because I got for Christmas. It was the entire EA lineup. It was all of them. It
Oh,
was
damn.
racing. It was NBA. It was NHL. It was golf.
Wow.
There were some other ones, but yeah, there was like a Legends Celtic version that
Yeah.
had Larry Bird on it.
Larry
And I was
Legend?
like, yeah, so
That's
that's
funny.
my grand total of experience with NBA. That's a lie. I had 2K13 as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you did play with us.
We used to-
a
we
little
used
bit,
to-
yeah.
Yeah,
We used to just get
up at
railed.
the lake, we'd
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have Cody shooting threes on us every day.
Oh my god. He would be the Heat because he was a Miami Heat fan.
And he's always
He
just
would
spam threes, Ray.
Run up, shoot
He
three.
would spam
Run up,
threes
shoot
the
a three.
entire game. Yeah,
I remember playing 2K against Cody.
Yeah.
You never want to. Only
It was
you
never
play
a
good
good
against
time.
him because you actually know how to play the
Hated
game.
yeah.
That's the only time the Knicks were good, and that's all I use. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season to see what plays out. I think there's a lot of teams that people think could be really bad, but could turn out to be pretty decent. And I think there's a lot of teams that will disappoint, but I think that's
Yeah.
just any sport, really, when it comes down to it. So,
Well,
Well, there's NBA corner from
yeah,
Connor.
thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Possibly.
thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Possibly recurring.
Possibly, yeah.
We will,
We'll see.
We'll have
Yeah,
talks. We'll have talks.
I might chime in.
do I need,
I'll
do you
pop in
have-
and out.
Do you have like an agent? Do we
Yeah, no, we'll have
Yeah,
to.
my-
We'll have to talk to your agent about your deal and everything. But
Yeah, my people will call your people.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Who's our?
I don't know. I think it's me.
That's unfortunate.
That's okay. All right. Well, that's gonna end this episode off here. Our first live one in like
A long time.
Jesus,
like
6
5
years,
years,
5,
6
6 years.
A bit.
If you enjoyed it, thank you for enjoying it. Unfortunately, we're not going to do any more because we're never in
This
the same
is
place.
very rare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're
Comments.
missing Eric this time around, but
Yeah, hopefully
Shout
we
out
can
to
do
Eric.
one. Yeah, shouts out.
Eric
EJ,
Brianna,
EJT.
you better be watching this fucking shit, you bastard.
I heard.
Hopefully we can get you on one of these at some point.
The mic definitely didn't.
Eric, I want to see your top 3 jerseys down in the comments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Top
and the
three
Isles better be in
comments,
there.
baby.
Oh, I'm sure the number one.
But we will see you guys in the next episode next week. Watch some hockey. Watch some NBA if you want to. Get a little basketball.
Get yourself
Your life.
diverse. Let's go. We got
Yeah.
some MLB playoffs. You got
Yeah,
some
the World
NBA
Series is
stuff.
starting soon.
This is the best
Oh, yeah.
time. Listen, guys, this
Mention-
is the best time of year. You have
All
4
sports.
sports.
It really is, dude.
World Series picks? Who's your winner?
I mean,
Who's your winner?
Astros.
I said Astros before.
Much
Padres, baby.
really.
Are they still in it?
I'll hop on that.
Yeah, yeah, they're
I'll hop
nice.
on that Yankee train.
Padres,
Let's go.
baby.
You want the Yankees?
Let's
Dude,
go.
they're down 2-0.
I know.
And they stole
All
your
right,
boy,
all
and they
right,
stole
all
your
right.
boy Rizzo.
What?
Didn't they steal your boy Rizzo?
I know.
Didn't they? That was one of the guys they sent to LA, wasn't it? They definitely traded somebody to LA that was doing terribly with them. I don't
Oh,
remember.
we're talking about when the Cubs traded Anthony Rizzo to the Yankees.
I know, but I think
They sent the Cubs didn't trade anybody to the Dodgers.
no.
No,
The
the Yankees
Yankees
did?
sent somebody to the Dodgers, and I think it was Rizzo because he was doing shit.
It wasn't
all the
Rizzo.
time.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name, but it was not Rizzo because Rizzo's still with the Yankees.
No, but I'm glad.
But-
Hold on. I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to drag this on.
It's okay.
That's okay.
But I just want to say, I'm glad you said that now's the best time. because it really is.
There's so much.
Because I would be strictly basketball, but just for the first time ever this year, I'm in a fantasy football league, and I've been watching football quite a bit, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. And then I watched baseball. It was sometime this week, and I for the first time ever I watched baseball, and I was invested in it.
Right.
So it's it really is the best time to go out there and watch other
If you
sports.
really,
It's nuts.
and listen, if you're really feeling frisky, fucking watch college football on Saturday.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
watch something every single day.
I don't think we need to tell you to watch hockey. If you're here,
You probably you probably are already. But we're gonna leave it off there because we got stuff to do. So we will see you guys next week. Have a good week. Peace out.